What I'm going to go through in the second session today, or this session, is the real purpose of a business. I'm going to give you my definition of why or what a business is and the real purpose of a business. And it's probably not what you think it is. I'm going to tell you why professionals in here that are busy sole practitioners, which is, I assume, a lot of you, get no credit from me, which is it's a little bit different. I'm going to tell you why I think there's a problem with what you're doing if that's the case. I'm going to tell you why the most successful therapists have empty appointment books, which is, again, a 180-degree shift in what you may be used to. I'm going to tell you some books you have to read, a couple of books that will change your life if you read them and take some notice of them. Then I'm going to share with you 8 steps to freedom. Basically, I went through and thought, what did I do? How did I get to the stage where I don't go to my practices at least every week or two? So when I go, it's that sort of freedom and how to do that. And I reckon there's 8 steps to that. So I'm going to go through those 8 steps today. I'm going to tell you some systems you need. I'm going to tell you some business tips. And I'm going to finish up today with a couple of life tips. I'm getting a bit more, I don't know, is that new age as I get a bit older? So I'm going to go through some different things that might challenge you a little bit anyway. All right, let's see how we go. Here's the story. I was sitting treating patients. I had a clinic in Chatswood Fitness Centre on Eastern Valley Way in Chatswood. This was probably 10 years ago. The clinic looked out over Eastern Valley Way and cars went past left, right and centre. I was consulting like probably a lot of you are. I'd see patients at 6:30 sometimes in the morning, and I was finishing patients at 8:30 at night sometimes. Someone would ring up and say, Paul, I just need to see you, can I get in? And I'd squeeze them in at 8:30 at night and finish at 9. Got to the stage where I was getting it at work before sun came up in the morning, so it was dark when I got there, dark when I got home. We're explaining a few people here at the moment. And I said to my beautiful wife, Helen, I'm not paying the whole mortgage on this house. I don't even see the place. I'm just not, I'll use the kitchen when I come home, maybe grab something out of the fridge, but then I'm in bed. So I'm only using 2 rooms. I said, this isn't fair. So as I was sitting there, across comes a bus. There I am, treating patients away, and across comes this bus. Now, it wasn't the Burley Uplift Your Tour of Australia bus. So if you're writing, what's that got to do with business? It had nothing to do with that. On the side of the bus, there was only a bus picture I could find. The side of the bus, it said, why most small businesses fail and what to do about it. Great. And the number of times this bus went past, I'm sitting here doing this and the bus kept going past. So I'm happily treating my patients, going away, and this bus kept going past. So there's something in this bus business, so it's all telling me something. You've got to know what your hourly rate is. What are you billing out? Okay. If you know that, you can then work out, is this a good use of my time or is it not? I'll tell you the worst thing I did, my Get Active guys will know this, I've only recently stopped washing towels. How bad am I? I'm a nightmare. I made the classic mistake in business. I started washing my own towels from day 1 of the business. Oh, well, it's not too many towels. I'll take them home and wash them. So I started washing towels. I got to the stage where I wasn't seeing patients, but I was still picking up towels. Oh, I had a little red 300 ZX sports car. The guys will know this. And I'd pick up bags of laundry. It filled this 300 ZX. We went to 6 different clinics. So I'm poked up in the front of this car with towels. Packed up. And this photo, actually, by the way, this is a photo of me on it's Christmas Day. It might have been 3 years ago. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? But I made the mistake of not getting rid of that job early. So it got so big, it was very expensive for me to then palm it off. So if I suggestion to you, if you're still washing the towels, get rid of it now while you're small, because it'll kill you to try and go back to that big one. And why don't we delegate? Because we think, we don't want to give someone too much to do. I should do it. They won't do it well enough. Get over it. Leverage them with systems to make sure they can do it better, or you're going to be stuck doing it yourself forever. Now, the biggest mistake I made, because I read the E-Myth and I thought, okay, I don't want to be a physio, I want to be a business owner, so I'll find someone else to do the physio. So the first thing I did, which was wrong, is I got other physios in straight away. Okay, so I replaced myself there. Now, the reason I reckon that was wrong is because I was still cleaning, I was still vacuuming the floor, I was still answering the phone sometimes, I was counting receipt books, so I'd get to the end of the month and I'd have manual receipt books, so I'd go, and in those days it was $35 a consult, 35 plus 35 plus 35. I'm still doing this, I'm spending hours and hours adding up manual receipt books. If the computer fell over, I'll get onto it. So I'm getting the IT stuff, I'm still sending out invoices, licking the stamps and doing the whole bit. So I was still doing all this stuff, but other people were doing this. If I could go back in time, I probably would have kept that a bit more and then got rid of more of this early. because that's still highly more billable than some of this stuff. Okay, does that make sense? But I got so caught up in this E-Myth philosophy that I thought, I'm just not a physio anymore, I'm a business owner. Business owners do all these things. Give you a couple of tips. Get rid of your IT first up. Find a computer company that will do your service agreement for you. Have a good sales systems. Have a go at this. I was concerned that our front desk conversions weren't good enough. Being in gyms, I was worried the number of people who are coming up to the front counter but not making an appointment. What do they classically say? How much is a physio session? That's invariably what they say when they walk up, because we're in gyms, there's a lot of passing traffic. How much is a physio session? Okay. And I learned this years ago. Best thing to say, the guys will laugh at this, how much is a physio session? Why? What seems to be their problem? What have I done? It's nothing to do with money. Yeah. What have you done? I've got an opportunity. What have you done? I've got a sore knee. How long has it been there for? A couple of tips. Don't get too detailed at the front counter. Okay. It sounds like this and this. Best option, give me a look at. It sounds like I know what's going on. What's the best time? And what I say to the guys, go to the computer. Always go to the computer. Go, no worries at all, make a time for you. Because in business, it's also, it's not if, it's when. It's not if, it's when. So all I'm tracking here, how many people come up to the front counter, so this is a certain day, did they make an appointment? If they didn't make an appointment, the next best option, look, I've got to check my diary. Look, give me a number, I'll give you a call back and we'll see what time we can organise it for you. So I've got something for them. That's the next best option. That's the worst option. They take a card, or take a card, give us a call. Okay, you're assuming they're going to do it. Okay. That costs you a fortune in your business. Okay, so you think about how can I systematise it to fix it.